Well, let's get over to Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwood with the latest on the tropical storm. Matt?
Yeah, fortunately for us, though, we are going to find ourselves in just the right spot, and I'll show you that tropical storm right now. It's actually not officially a tropical storm yet, but if it is becomes named, it will be Ophelia. And so the latest updates coming up shortly. We'll see if they upgrade it. Right now, a tropical depression. Nonetheless, it's going to dump a lot of heavy rain out there. I suppose the good news, it's not a hurricane. Again, a lot of heavy surf out there, a lot of heavy rain. It's just going to make it for a miserable weekend along the East Coast. You can see those bands of rain already pressing westward onshore in the Carolinas and also into Virginia. Here's a track of it right up the lakeshore, how about the ocean or the East Coast for this weekend, dumping a lot of heavy rain out there. So again, notice where Michigan is. We're going to find ourselves in just a really perfect position initially. So forecast winds, you could see up around 50 miles an hour along the coastline, maybe some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts up around the Wilmington area. But again, the good news is it's not going to become a hurricane, but they'll still have to deal with a fair amount of wind and, of course, that heavy rain. So the current warnings out there for the tropical storm is basically from Wilmington, North Carolina, right up to Delaware Bay, and that's going to be basically the areas most affected by this. Now, that system's going to stay off to our east, and look at this, how close the rain has been to us off to our west. Like I mentioned, we're just in the right spot. There's some very impressive amounts of rain out there, especially just northwest of Decatur at over 9 inches radar estimates. So, I mean, considering the little squeeze play that's going on, it's amazing. We're getting such beautiful weather out there. For instance, look at this. Not a cloud in the sky in this view. East Grand Rapids, the breeze is out of the east, and that's a dry wind out there. But it's interesting. That east wind eventually, I think, is going to tap some of that moisture from the remnants or from that tropical storm on the East Coast. All right, here's the latest view in Allendale. A bright blue sky out there. Flag's barely moving. What a stellar Friday. If you get a little bit closer to the lakeshore and looking to the west, you can see there are some high-level clouds out there. What a cool shot there with the sailboat. Current temperature, 76 in Grand Rapids, 77 in Big Rapids. You can see cooler off to the west where there's more substantial clouds, 68 currently in the Chicago area, plus they have to deal with an east wind coming off of Lake Michigan. 24-hour temperature change. Most areas on the positive, we're about 1 degree cooler, very similar to yesterday here in Grand Rapids. And there's that wind generally on the east-southeast around 5 to 15 miles an hour. So here we go. Some of the nicest weather, again, right through here in West Michigan. Some high-level clouds around Detroit, but even Detroit's seeing some beautiful weather. There are some pockets of sunshine in and around Chicago, but overall they have a much better chance of picking up a shower and certainly more clouds. So we'll pick it up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and you can see generally really nice conditions. If there's going to be a shower, it may be right along the lake breeze if one actually develops. I actually think the east wind's going to be strong enough so one doesn't develop, but if there is a shower that develops, it'd be kind of between Grand Rapids and Muskegon. That's not likely, though. I think we're going to head into the evening hours and overnight period with clear skies. Saturday, we're going to see another beautiful day, and then we'll stretch it out throughout the rest of the weekend on Sunday. Now, here's some of that moisture from that tropical system. It's first going to show up in the form of clouds, and I can't say the chance of rain is 0, but there's going to be a fair amount of high-level clouds out there Monday right on through Wednesday with that persistent east wind. I'm waiting for the new forecast models to come in. Let's see if I have to include any rain. Right now, there's just a straight chance on Friday. But overall, it's going to be a beautiful fall forecast, especially this weekend.